What's up, everybody? It is Amrinder Singh. Most of Punjabi learners, they struggle to understand Punjabi people. It is because they are not learning a street talk Punjabi. Most of them, they are learning a textbook Punjabi, probably from their teacher or probably directly from a book. If you want to learn colloquial Punjabi, then follow this podcast. I will also tell you the difference between a textbook Punjabi versus street talk Punjabi. If you want to learn more about Punjabi from me, then check out my Patreon. And if you want to improve your listening skills in Punjabi, then follow my another Punjabi podcast, the Amrinder Singh podcast. All the links are in the description. Now let's get started. So today we're going to learn two Punjabi words. One is smarke and another is adikka. Alright, so I'm gonna explain these two words properly with examples and how to use these words in past, future, and present. Alright, so let's take the first word, adikka. Alright, so what is the meaning of adikka? Adikka means an obstacle. Alright, if there's an obstacle, basically you are going somewhere, whatever the hell you are doing, basically any kind of activity, right? If there's an obstacle which is like stopping you, or you have to just some difficulties, that's kind of mean adikka, all right? For example, you are giving the water to maybe your garden, whatever, and maybe there's a chair in middle of your path, and you have to maybe pass this the chair, maybe you have to change your path, whatever the hell is middle of the path, right? So basically you can't go smooth because on your path is a chair, right? So you can say like kursi passe kar de e mainu adikka laundi a. Kursi passe kar de e mainu adikka laundi a. So kursi basically in the chair, right? So basically you are saying like remove this chair from that thing, from that place. All right, why? Because it's an obstacle, right? So if there would be no chair, you would be working smoothly, with easily, right? So in that situation you can say that adikka, kursi passe kar de adikka laundi, right? And for like we also use a little differently this word adikka. Like if I give you another example, let's say I invited you on my party. I have a party, and you said, okay, you said you're coming to my party, whatever. But when it was the party day, you didn't come, all right, whatever the reason. And I called you, like I said, why you didn't come to my party, right? Probably you are gonna say, "Yaar mainu adikka lag gaya si." Jar mainu adikka lag gaya si. So jar basically means like a friend, whatever. Mainu adikka lag gaya si, it means here is not obstacle, or you can say it's kind of obstacle, but if you wanna translate, the better translation is like I had an emergency, right? So you had emergency. So it means you are saying, okay, I couldn't come because I had emergency. For example, you can explain further like, मैं यार ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਡਿੱਕਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ, ਮੇਰੀ wife ਬਿਮਾਰ ਸੀ ਜਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ mom ਬਿਮਾਰ ਸੀ. Alright, so here you are saying I had emergency because my wife was sick or my mom was sick, whatever. This is the reason you couldn't come. Alright, so in this situation you are telling me, right, you couldn't come because of some reasons, which is like an emergency, or maybe it could be more important, whatever, right? So here you had some kind of obstacle, that's why you couldn't come, right? Basically similar, in different situations it's different. On when we were talking about chair, it was the obstacle, physical obstacle, you could see, which is like their chair, which is like a stopping you to give the water to the garden, maybe the plants, whatever. But you were still giving the water, but it was not smooth, right? So it was like a adikka. It was the adikka thing. Another situation, when you couldn't come to the party, it is because of you had some kind of an emergency, or maybe the more important something than party. That's why you couldn't come. So that time you were just telling me, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਡਿੱਕਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਯਾਰ, alright? Same thing, you can say, maybe if you arrived late, I say, why did you arrive late? You can say, मैंने यार थोड़ा जिहा अड़ेका लग गया सी traffic च, right? You can say, so it means you just like got stuck in traffic jam, all right? That's why you come late. So again, you have some kind of obstacles, your path was not smooth, that's why you arrived late, all right? So this is how it is. And another thing you need to pay attention, if you want to master or you want to learn how to do these kind of any kind of words in the past and the future, if you pay attention, when I was giving you a example of the chair, right? So my sentence was, "A kursi paran kar de, dekka laundi hai," right? Remove this chair because it's just like it's an obstacle, whatever, or just it is pain in ass, whatever, because the path was not smooth, all right? When I say ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਰਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਅੜਿੱਕਾ ਲਾਉਂਦੀ ਆ, I just ਲਾਉਂਦੀ ਆ again. So make sure when you are or when somebody is speaking, pay attention how they are ending the sentence. And this is the area where you would know is past tense, is future tense, is present, whatever the hell the sentence it is a masculine word, is being used with masculine word, singular word, feminine word, whatever, right? Here, the chair is first of all the singular and it's a feminine word, all right? And I said, "Dikka laundiya," I do laundiya, all right? Because the chair is a feminine word. If there would be a masculine word, whatever, maybe there would be a motorcycle, I would say dikka laundaga, all right? I will say laundaga, but because this is a feminine word, I say laundiya. Again, launda for masculine singular, laundiya for masculine feminine. If there would be two chairs, I will say dikka laundingani. All right, I will say laundingani if two feminine. But there was only one, I say laundiya. All right, keep in mind. Another thing, this was present tense, all right, present simple. So it was consistently like a maybe obstacle, because it wasn't a one-time activity. It's not like I was going to one time. I was given the water to my yard. I have to walk through. Maybe I was given the water with like a bucket, whatever. And I was like facing some difficulty with this chair on my path again and again. So that's why it's some kind of routine, or you can say present. And I say laundiya, all right? I could also say la rahiya, which is more formal, whatever. So I say laundiya. Another example, when I say, when I give the example of you had an emergency, you say, "Mainu dikka lag gaya si, that's why I couldn't come." Now, dikka lag gaya si, all right? Now, dikka basically is kind of more a noun. It's you are choosing it as masculine, all right? And another thing you pay attention, you say lag gaya. Now lag gaya is meaning past, lag gaya si, all right? Mainu dikka lag gaya si. You are also using si gaya, all right? Gaya is basically, it means like we say main jana. Jana means go, right? Gaya means like a gone or went, all right? But here it's not go or went, lag gaya, lagna. Now say lagna, what does that mean lagna? Lagna means many means, it depends on the context, all right? It means kind of happened or happens. So you say, you got an emergency, all right? So lag gaya, you use it in past. First you use it and with the chair in present. In a future you say, "Dikka lag juga," all right? To uthe na jain, tenu dikka lag juga. Now don't go there, you might face any kind of a dikka, all right? So lag juga for future, or laguga is more kind of, laguga means like a sure it's gonna happen. It's like a little bit more sure future, like it's most likely to happen. If you say laguga, if say lagjuga, it's just you're thinking it might be, it's kind of might, all right? That's how it is. Lagya, lagjuga. Lagya past, lagjuga like a future, or laguga future. In the present like a launda, all right? So I'm giving you examples of masculine singular. For feminine, it's like a laggi, lagjugi, all right, lagugi, all right, that's how it is. Anyway, now let's take another word, samarke. What is the meaning of samarke? Samarke means properly. In the textbook, probably you see, or maybe some people who are using a little bit more, they say like a puri tarah. It means like a properly, right? Puri tarah kar, all right? So maybe there will be a few words people use. It depends on their area. But we say samarke, all right? Samarke. Let's say if you're cleaning something, I will say samarke saaf kar, right? It means clean it properly. If I see you're not cleaning properly, right? You just going quick, you just want to finish your work, but you are not paying attention on your work, whatever. I could say like a samarke kar, all right? It means do it properly. Now again, when I say samarke kar, I'm giving you a command, samarke kar, right? If you say main to samarke karta, right? Now you say karta, it means past, you did it. You say main samarke karta, all right? I did it. Another example, let's say I told you to do something. I say, okay, I'm going out, just clean my room, whatever. And I say, samar ke saaf kari, all right? Samar ke saaf kari. So it means clean it properly. It's kind of more future. You can say, haan, samar ke saaf karungi or karunga, right? It means I will, right? So again, samar ke is a word which means properly. And again, when you're going to make a sentence, just pay attention the verbs. How you are going to use the verbs in past, in present, in future. That's the most important thing. I also explained the verbs, how they changed in past, in future. Make sure listen my those podcasts, all right? Because every time, most of the learners, when they make the mixed, I say mixed, not the mixed, I mean mistakes. When they mostly make the mistakes, they make with verbs, all right? I see many times when they're just using a present verbs in past. That's the problem, and that's the problem happens with everybody. Even with the English, when people are learning English, they also make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes a little bit is okay because everybody do it. I still do make mistakes, but it's like a more awkward, or we can say a more unnatural when we are not fluent and we are making the mistakes. That's a little bit like more, we can say, we can know this person don't know much that language. But when we are fluent, we are speaking, and if we are making the mistakes, it doesn't feel like somebody is making so many mistakes, all right? Like I'm doing now. Anyway, so that's why even I just want to teach 2 words. It was pretty easy. I can just tell you like what the meaning of samarke or what is the meaning of verdika. I just can finish it in 2 minutes. Maybe I can give you one example, but I want you to know how to use them in sentences. And with this, you can also learn some verbs, like how you need to change the verbs, right? That's why I pull it long. So if you enjoy this podcast, please show your support by contributing. This helps me to know that you are getting the value from it and want to see more. I would really appreciate it. You can support this podcast through PayPal and Patreon. Links are in the description. And if you are listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please give it to 5 stars. It would help this podcast to reach out to the more people. And another thing, if you are struggling to understand Punjabi pronouns, then check out my free ebook about Punjabi pronouns. Link is in the description. At the end, I hope you enjoy the lesson. I'll be back with another lesson in another day.